Hello everyone. So if you have to repair laptops and you're going to wonder, okay, what are those two type of keyboard that you're talking about? I'm going to show you the good ones and the bad ones and the two types of laptops that you're going to find in the market. So you're going to find those keyboards that are easy to repair or to replace, and those keyboards that are a pain in the butt. So in this case, I have a laptop from a customer that brought it to me for repair. So I'm going to show you the bad thing. So here, as you can see, we have an Asus, and here we have a HP. So I'm going to turn the camera so that way you can see. So as you can see, this is the keyboard that I replaced. I mean, they pour some water or whatever, who knows, but you see all the stains. So this keyboard doesn't work. Another thing that you have to see is these little holes that you see over here. I'm going to show you why they have this type of holes. So when you repair a laptop, like I said before, in this case we have this HP. When you have a consumer laptops, these are the worst. I don't like this type of laptops. If you don't have enough money, I would recommend you to buy like Elite books. These are like enterprise laptops and they last longer. So basically, when you have the laptop, as you can see here, this is the worst of the worst laptops to repair, because in this case when you have to replace the keyboard, what you have to do is you have to remove all the motherboard, and then after you remove the motherboard and everything, you have to take it all apart. You're going to see that you have the laptop, I mean you have the keyboard, sorry, you have the keyboard here that is being held by the plastic, as you can see here. And in this case I replaced it already, but instead of being held by screws like normal laptops, they are held by just all the glue. So as you can see here in this laptop, in the HP, usually you have HP or Sony, usually it's like that. You have this plastic, this strip of plastic that you see here, and usually you remove the plastic here, you pop it up, and then you're going to see maybe 1 or 3 screws under this plastic, and then it's very easy. Just you lift up the keyboard, and then you're going to have the connectors, as you can see here, and you replace the keyboard, and that's easy. That is very easy. That is how everything should be, but not every laptop is like that. So for instance, in this case we have the Asus, this laptop. I like it a little bit more, but this is a consumer laptop. I don't like it. It's better, maybe the gamer laptops, usually they are built better, much better. So in this case, what you have to do is you remove the screws that you have in the back, and then in this case you lift it up like that, you unplug the keyboard, the trackpad, and that's it. And you are set, you're ready to go, and you replace it, and that's it. In this case you have two options. You have the option of replacing the whole motherboard, I mean the whole keyboard with the plastic like you see here. So when you buy, if you replace the whole thing, that will be the easiest and the easiest, not the cheapest, but it will be the easiest. What I recommend. But in this case, because this type of laptop, they are cheap, and it doesn't make any sense to to give the customer like a high tag price just to replace the whole thing. Usually, if you have to replace the whole thing, it will be like $50, and if you compare it just replacing the keyboard by itself, it will be like $18 or $20. So in this case, this is what I did. I replaced just the keyboard by itself. So what you have to do is, as you can see, these little pieces of plastic, as you see here, you have to remove them all. So basically you pry them, at least with my Victorinox I use that to pry them all, and then once you release that, you have access to the keyboard. So I don't like this type of things. Like I said before, I prefer the other type, like the Sony, or usually the high-end laptops, like enterprise laptops, that you remove just this. You have 2 or 3 screws, and then you remove the keyboard, and that's it. That is easy, cheap to fix, and that is how it should be. In this case, If you compare both, in this case you have to remove the keyboard here, I mean the motherboard, the whole thing. And what I did in order to put it back, so you replace the keyboard and you have the metal here that is holding the keyboard in place. So what you have to do is you have to use this glue. I like this glue. It will not melt the electronic or anything like that. In 15 minutes it should be good, and you mix it together, and this is how it should look like. So what you have to do is grab one of those clamps that you can buy Home Depot or someplace like that, Amazon maybe, and then you hold it in place for 15-20 minutes, half an hour, whatever, and then it will stay in place, and that's it. So that is how I repair this computer. I don't like this type of laptops. They're horrible. If you are if you have a high volume of laptops that you have to repair, I would recommend just to replace the whole thing if the customer is willing to pay for that. Otherwise, tell them to trash it and buy a new one. Offer what I recommend them, instead of buying like a brand new laptop, maybe you can get a used one that is high end, like a enterprise laptops. They last longer, and they are usually easier to repair. So hopefully this video was useful. I'll try to do it as quick as possible. If you have any question, leave me a comment in the section below, and I'll keep working on my lab. See you soon.